"I got duped," she said, hanging her head. "Her name is Luna, and she is the female CEO of this company. On the other hand, I have had a strange connection with Luna. My name is Tom. In my previous company, for some reason, I was treated as incompetent and only given menial tasks. Then one day, by chance, I met Luna, and she had hunted me to a rival company of my previous employer. This mishap was something I could easily fix." To Luna, who seemed on the verge of tears, I said, "It's all right." With that, I temporarily calmed Luna down. Now, let's delve into the episodes of my life up to now. At the age of 32, I am an only son, and both my parents worked at a major corporation. I remember always being alone since nursery school, but I don't know why. However, I like flowers and insects when playing outside. In one summer at nursery school, I said, "Teacher, sunflower is thirsty, I'll give it water." Saying that, I scooped water into a small bucket and gave it to the sunflower's roots. That memory is from when I was 5 years old. We lived in a rural town a little away from the city, where there were sundew plants at the nursery school, and they'd open their mouths if you poked them a bit. Regarding the water for the sunflower, the other kids laughed and said, "Sunflowers can't talk, you know." But amidst the buzzing cicadas in the nursery, the sunflower was drooping. When I gave it water, it straightened up and turned its face towards the sun. Calling it the face of a sunflower might be a bit odd. I feel like I've been a bit different from everyone else since then. The sundew plant seemed hungry too, so I caught small ants and fed them to the sundew, and it closed its mouth. Others weren't very interested, but during outdoor play, I'd crouch down and play like that alone. Playing in the pool was fun too, but I was already tired of indoor picture books and would fall asleep. And then I entered elementary school. The lessons were easy and too boring. When my parents were watching Asian TV dramas at night and I said I wanted to learn the languages spoken, my mother took me to her Korean friend's home so that I could learn Korean. I quickly learned the basic word order and patterns, and it was in 3rd grade when my mother bought me textbooks. I would go to the record bar and buy Korean drama DVDs with my allowance. School is so boring that I fall asleep. It was there that I became friends with Luna. Even at school, when I speak about Korean drama or K-pop music with Luna, everyone around us is totally uninterested, and they all get excited talking about games. My dad bought me a game once, but I finished it in 3 days, and since then I've lost interest in games and spend my nights sticking to my mom in the kitchen, watching her cook. One day, school ended early, so I took out ingredients from the fridge and, since my parents were coming home late, I cooked rice and prepared dinner by myself, which surprised my mom. I pick up things quickly once I see them, so I was also doing laundry and cleaning. However, when I get absorbed in books, I can't sleep at night and end up going to the health room at school occasionally because the teacher says I look pale and I fall asleep there. So, I couldn't become friends with classmates who only talk about games, and communication was very difficult for me. As I got older, I didn't talk much with Loon either. Boys and girls formed groups and naturally drifted apart. When I got home, I quickly finished my homework, did chores, and played DVDs to learn Korean. Eventually, I developed a habit of reading books all night, which resulted in my habitual absence from school. I gradually became an night owl. I got perfect scores on all subjects except physical education on school tests. Thus, my homeroom teacher became extremely concerned about me and requested a meeting with my parents. That night, I was scolded severely by them. They didn't know about my habitual absences since they left for work before me. I reluctantly managed to go to school, but one day, a boy named Kevin, a Korean, transferred in. Kevin had no friend because of his language barrier. So, I became friends with Kevin out of pity, and I could understand the feeling of being isolated. By that time, I knew there was nothing to learn in the class lessons. I found that just by looking at the books, I could understand instantly. My mom took me to a psychiatrist once because she thought something was off with me. My perfect scores at school, not sleeping much at night, and not having many friends, led to me having to take various tests. I was healthy and had a good appetite, but the psychological test revealed that my IQ was considerably high compared to others, at 190. At school, Kevin and I searched for Venus flytraps in the schoolyard. Even though we were in different classes in junior high, We remained friends. I helped Kevin with his homework because he had difficulty understanding English, and we walked home together. I wasn't interested in extracurricular clubs. When I entered into junior high, my parents bought me a computer and a cell phone. I was really happy. One day, I ran into Luna, who was attending a combined school. Luna, long time no see. Tom, long time no see. Let's exchange contact info on our phones. Oh, here you go. Luna said so, and back then we exchanged emails. At that time, we were using infrared. Luna seemed busy, so I didn't receive many emails from her. I often exchanged emails with Kevin. When we entered high school, Kevin returned to his home country with his parents, but we exchanged email addresses and kept in touch. During the summer vacation of high school, Kevin's family invited me to visit them in Seoul. So I told my father and stayed at Kevin's house for the whole summer. There, I had fun learning native Korean dishes. Kevin's parents warmly welcomed me because I was his only son's best friend in the States. It became a very enjoyable memory. When I returned home, I felt that the city streets were jammed and bustling. Then time passed, and I was accepted by one of the top universities known for its academic performance worldwide, without effort. I was surprised when I met Luna at university. Luna had a boyfriend, while I worked hard as a private tutor, so we remained just childhood friends. During college days, I found myself enjoying reading the economic newspaper that my father had, and I started studying stocks. That's how I increased my assets while investing my earnings from part-time jobs. There were girls I had a crush on, but I didn't have the courage to confess my love because I was not good at communication. When it was time for job hunting, I joined a foreign company. I didn't want anything other than sales. Fortunately, I was assigned to the General Affairs Department. Still not good at communication, I just did my job as instructed by my superiors. My honesty was praised, but my seniors took advantage of it, and I was given a lot of work by them too. Those 5 years of daily life passed quickly. I asked the CEO and the HR department to keep my university background a secret. I didn't want even my colleagues in the company to distance themselves from me because of my education. Creating documents was easy, and I was breezing through them. But David, the section chief, seemed to envy me for it. David always treated me as incompetent. I always left on time, but he would barge in and slam documents on my desk, shouting, "Hey, you incompetent Tom, get this finished by today." I would reply, "Yes, understood." That's how I would respond. My colleague sent me a private message out of concern. "His name is Jim." I replied, "Thanks, Jim, I'm fine." Normally, it would take until the end of the next day, but I sped up my typing and finished by 9 p.m. Although David had said there would be no overtime pay, I submitted it to him the next morning. Then he said, "I didn't say anyone had to pull an all-nighter." "Oh, yes, well, you did mention yesterday," I said. He clicked his tongue and accepted the documents. That day during the lunchtime, my colleague Jim asked, "Hey, Tom, how about getting tipsy tomorrow?" "Sure," I replied with a smile. And that day, we finished on time and went to the tavern near the station. "Tom, doesn't David seem oddly strict with you?" "Yeah, I don't pay much attention though." "What university did you attend, Tom?" "I went to K University." "K University, huh? Impressive." "I just went to a local university. But this place is really nice, isn't it?" I casually dodged the question about my university. "Anyway, you're quick with document organization." "Oh, I just like using computers." "I see. Hey, Tom, do you have a girlfriend?" "Nah, don't have one. There was a girl I liked though, but I'm kind of socially awkward, surprisingly." "Huh? Really? You don't seem that way." "Yeah, once I get to know someone. It's fine though." I see. Well, I was thinking about inviting you to a mixer next time. I'm turning 30 soon, you know. Can't seem to meet anyone even at work." "A mixer, huh? Might not be my thing. But you know, I looked on my phone, and it seems like there are only female flight attendants. I think they're all beauties. Not really my thing, you know." "Well then, just come along and sit there, all right?" "Just sit there, really?" "Yeah, I'll introduce you to Tom." That's how the conversation went. So, on the day of the event, there were 3 of them and just the 2 of us. I really just sat there, while Hayato was all hyped up. Sure enough, they were all beauties, but in the end, I just froze up and stayed quiet. Hayato seemed to hit it off with one of them eventually. I, on the other hand, without any popularity, didn't even exchange contact information and just left. When I got back to my apartment, where I live alone, I felt utterly exhausted and relieved. There's a time difference with Kevin, but we occasionally talk on Skype for a bit, or I get immersed in programming on my computer. Still the same introverted me. Then there's Manager David. Hey, useless Tom. Get to the chores. Start with cleaning the windows. And make coffee for everyone once you're done. Yes, understood. With that said, I started wiping the windows. Even the new recruits were chuckling as they watched me. David hates me, doesn't he? I thought. Then I made coffee and brought it to everyone's desks at 10 in the morning. And from then on, it's just been shredding papers and making photocopies every single day. And so, I turned 32 like this. On my way back, I went shopping and enjoyed cooking at my apartment. Little by little, work is becoming more and more unbearable. On my way home on a train, there was a woman sitting in front of me. She seemed familiar, and I felt something nostalgic. She was sharply dressed in a suit, lightly made up but beautiful. I was sure I knew her. I tried to recall my memories. Could it be Luna? I could feel her gaze on me too. I was going to get off at the next station, so I got up from my seat on the train. Then, excuse me if I'm mistaken. Are you not Tom? Yes, that's me. It's me. Luna. Tom, right. Are you heading home now? Huh? What a coincidence. Yeah, it's Luna after all. Yeah, I'm heading home now. I see. So it's Tom, huh? Would you like to stop by a cafe for a bit? Yeah, why not? It's been a while. Saying that, Luna and I went to the cafe in front of the station. And when we exchanged business cards, we both said huh at the same time. Turns out Luna is the CEO of our rival company. You're the CEO. That's amazing. It was actually my father's company, but he passed away last year. That stuff. But why are you Tom in the General Affairs department? You're talented. Seems like you'd be great at sales or something. Oh yeah, about that. I'm actually socially awkward. So it's just right for me. But it seems like I'm not well liked by the section chief. So I'm just doing odd jobs now. Huh? That's a shame. If you're interested, why not join my company? Huh? Are you still keeping up with your Korean? Jay, by the way, Luna, are you still single? You had a boyfriend in college, right? Oh, him. He was the worst. He cheated on me. So I hadn't had a boyfriend since we broke up. I see. I'm single too. So, are you enjoying your job? Nah, not at all. Come on, Tom. We need someone like you skilled in Korean. General Affairs would be fine. Really? Yeah, of course. So Luna, who I coincidentally met, turned out to be the CEO, and I ended up being headhunted by Luna. The next day, I handed in my resignation letter to David, who had been giving me odd jobs, with farewell remarks. I've had enough of these odd jobs. I'm resigning. Thank you for everything. And then, after tidying up my desk and thanking everyone, I left the gates of the company where I had worked for 10 years. The next day, I began working at the General Affairs Department of Luna's company. After I introduced myself to my office mates, one of them showed me to my desk. Although the documents are all in Korean, I translated and typed them into English quite fast. Organize the documents from the sales department was main task. The job content is similar to my previous company, which involved selling parts for EV cars, but now I send the order documents to the factory. Additionally, I was entrusted with making a multilingual manual for our factory workers. I was issued a company phone exclusively for communicating with Luna. There's no boss acting all high and mighty, so it's comfortable. If I had stayed at my previous company, I might have been stuck with grunt work for life. I'm officially in the General Affairs Department, but Luna told me I'm actually the CEO's secretary. Luna would send me a private message in the company's chat group. Want to go out for a meal today? So we decided to go to an Italian restaurant. How's our company? Yeah, it's very comfortable. It's quiet. Since I implement strict work ethics, there shouldn't be anyone like your ex-boss, right? Yeah, you're right. Thanks. Do you come here often? Well, I'm alone even when I go home, so I eat out quite a bit, or sometimes I eat frozen dinners. Luna, that's very unhealthy, you know. Huh? Do you cook at home, Tom? Yeah, I do. Since my parents often came home late, I used to do the grocery shopping and make dinner for the family since I was in 5th grades. I actually quite like cooking. Wow. I want to try your cooking, Tom. I'll cook for you anytime. But I'm not sure if you'll like the taste. Tom, you used to occasionally skip school in elementary school, but you always got perfect scores, right? It's kind of mysterious. Was it the same in junior high and high school? I didn't dislike studying. It's just that I didn't make many friends, so that was lonely, I guess. I wasn't really into games either. I always spent a lot of time studying. I wasn't really into games either, but not having friends is the same. You lived alone, right? How about living together now? Actually, I bought a high-end apartment unit I've been dreaming of, but it's too spacious. My mom lives with my brother's family. Wait a minute. Luna, your story is really sudden. Living together. We haven't even started dating yet. Well, I don't really have much desire to get married. So how about roommates? There are plenty of rooms, and I'll make a proper room. Do you live in an apartment now? Nah, it's just a run-down apartment because I live alone. Then come to my place since you won't need to pay rent. Huh? Well, if you insist. Really? Then you don't have to pay rent. High-end apartment. Huh? Can I go take a look? Sure. I bought the top floor. Before my father passed away, he made a lifetime gift to me. My brother isn't really into studying, and now he's married with kids. My father entrusted the company to me because he was sure I was capable of managing his business. My brother's wife also said he prefers being employed. Oh, I see. Well, can I drop by for a bit today? Definitely. I was surprised by Luna's suddenness, but the conversation was lively and enjoyable. Luna had dimples in her smile, just like when she was a child, and she was still so cute. For some reason, I felt comfortable with Luna, knowing she knew me well, and the food was delicious too. Eating together really was different from being alone. I've always eaten alone since I can remember. My parents either left money for lunch or ate before I could even cook. So the days I spent with Kevin were really fun. It seems like such a long time ago now. Kevin and I are still connected online. After finishing dinner with Luna, I visited her house. Such a great view. The night skyline is beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, I thought so at first, but I've kinda gotten bored of it. I hear the same thing on social media, but it's not really true. Must be nice. I laughed. I thought maybe it was like that. Luna's unit was so sophisticated. It looked like it was featured in a movie. I thought about giving a high-end apartment unit to my parents who are reaching retirement age. I could afford it since my stock value has been increasing too. When Luna showed me the kitchen, it was clear it had hardly been used. But I was drawn to the system kitchen. How about it? Do you like it? Yeah, the system kitchen is nice. Then, cook for me. Really? Are you sure? Of course. This is a 2-bedroom unit, so I think we can respect our privacy. However, we only have one common bathroom. That's true. Well, starting next week then. That's how Luna and I became roommates, or rather, started living together. The location is so accessible, convenient for shopping and commuting. I can't believe I can live in a place like this. In the following week, I bought a lot of groceries for 2 of us. I cooked various dishes and froze them. Making packed lunch for Luna became my responsibility. I moved out from the apartment and disposed of most of the belongings. Then I bought bedding and a table online. There is a big closet in the room, and I've been reading books with the books recently. I'm also looking up economics on the internet. It's a really convenient era. Luna was very happy with my packed lunch. Seems she has no preferences. She said my cooking was delicious and ate it. Since weekends are off, we went shopping together or went shopping, making every day fulfilling. Work was going well too. One day, I got an email from Jim. How are you? I'm married now and have a son. Hey, Jim, I'm doing well. Actually, I'm currently working at my childhood friend's company, but it's your rival company. I don't think I can really meet you outside. Oh, I see. Let's meet online then. That's how I connected with Jim on Skype. Jim was holding his adorable baby boy. He's so cute. Right. By the way, did you move? Well, yeah. It's close to my workplace. I see. But you look healthier than before, so maybe changing jobs was a good thing. Maybe. I'll contact you again. That was the conversation. Jim seemed happy marrying that girl from the mixer. A kid, huh? I want one too. I thought about such things. For now, Luna is just a friend, and I don't know what will happen in the future, but the living conditions were good. Sometimes we went to movies or amusement parks together. I was thrilled because I couldn't go with my parents when I was a kid, so I rode various rides and enjoyed myself. Like a kid, even though I'm over 30. I look up recipes on my smartphone and plan meals every day. Sometimes Luna requests things like hamburgers or curry while watching me cook. But Luna gradually became interested in cooking while watching my skills, and we laughed together when we failed while cooking together. We went to the aquarium next Sunday. There were small children there, and they were cute. Luna said, "Children are cute, aren't they? I want one too." Huh? Then we need to get married, right? Yeah. With who? Huh? It's okay if it's Tom. Is it really that simple of a decision? It's like saying Kari is fine. When I said that, Luna burst out laughing with a bright red face. That's how we ended up not just being normal roommates, but living together. I never expected my life to turn out like this. I was always just with my computer at work, no socializing with colleagues or anything. But now, as long as Luna's here, it's all good. That's how casual we've become at home, calling each other by our first names. Jim seems to find children incredibly cute, always sending pictures of kids on his smartphone. When I show them to Luna, she says, "They're so cute, aren't they?" Yeah, but if we're getting married, we should meet each other's parents, right? Yeah. It's fine for us, though. It led to such a casual conversation. Then, one day, there was an incident at work. It seemed there was an issue with the payment for the parts we shipped abroad. At work, I call Luna a CEO. One day, Luna called on the intercom. "It's Luna. Please come to the CEO's office immediately." Understood. I told Luna that I was heading to the CEO's office, and Luna was hanging her head. She, always with a smile, looked just like a young sunflower from our childhood days, bowing down. Thinking back to that distant day when the sunflower hung its head, Luna muttered, "I got duped." Huh? Is it about that part thing? How much damage are we talking about? It's $20 million. What should we do? Can you show me the contract on your file? We did signed a contract and exported it. Luna said so. I scrutinized the computer as if glaring at it. Indeed, there's the client's signature. The name reads Mr. Jang. I thoroughly checked the information on the client. How's it looking? Are we okay? We're good. Just relax and wait a bit. Saying that, I looked up our sales representative. Since I didn't know the sales rep's name, I made sure to access the office computers. The one who took the order was an employee named Hans White. I looked through his data. Sure enough, there was evidence of the contract. And I checked the client's company again. Of course, their website is all in Korean. I searched for Mr. Jang, their contact person, but that name wasn't there. The CEO's name is Mr. Chai. It won't be business hours over there until 7 o'clock at night because of the time difference. I sent an email requesting to speak directly with CEO Chai at 7 p.m. tonight. Luna, it should be fine. I'll call the CEO tonight. Really? Is it gonna be okay? That's what was said. Just to be sure, I checked the code for any hacking, but the antivirus software was working fine. I returned to the general affairs and asked Hans from the sales department right away. He opened his computer and confirmed that there was indeed an order, so he sent it to my computer and I saved it. That night, I called CEO Chai of our client company. "This is Tom from T Corporation. Thank you as always for your support. I'm calling because the payment for the parts delivered on the 19th of last month hasn't been made yet." Huh? Just a moment, please. I explained fluently in Korean, and then waited for a while. After that, CEO Chai apologized, saying, "I'm sorry. Actually, Jang, the person in charge, resigned effective immediately, causing you trouble. We'll process the payment today. Also, as an apology, I'll pay you a courtesy visit." How did it go? The case is closed. It turns out the person in charge at that time just resigned, and the payment was overlooked. They said they'll process the payment today. CEO Chai sincerely apologized, and he said he'll pay a courtesy visit. Tom, thank you. Really, thank you. Good for you. It's $20 million, you know. Tom's language skill is unbeatable. As expected. Can you please be the CEO instead of me? I can't do it. Huh? I was surprised. Once again, Luna was abrupt. I decided to propose to Luna properly. The next day, I said I'd be a little late and went to buy a ring. And I made a reservation at a high-end restaurant for the weekend. I collected the $20 million properly, and I proposed to Luna at the high-end restaurant. Luna looked at the diamond ring, tears sparkling. The bright light of the full moon was shining through the window. Then, both families met smoothly, and we officially started living together as a married couple. I succeeded Luna's father's company and became the CEO of this major multinational corporation. And with the assets of the stocks I had saved, I bought rooms in the same tower as presents for my parents, Luna's mother, and her brother's family. After a while, Luna got pregnant and gave birth to a cute baby girl a year later. The family gathered to celebrate the daughter. The daughter grew up healthy. Luna was surprised that I had assets, but when I explained that I had increased my assets through stocks since I was a student, she widened her eyes. Such a strange encounter between me and Luna. And there was another coincidence. I had a vague feeling that the full name of the business partner, CEO Chai, was like that, so Luna and I left our daughter with her mother and went to the airport to pick up CEO Chai. And Kevin was with CEO Chai. CEO Chai. Kevin. I hugged the two of them, talking about the summer vacation in high school. I'm glad to see you, Tom. I knew it was you. And the four of us went to a high-end restaurant. Kevin is now working as the executive director of his father, CEO Chai's company. Kevin was very pleased to have dinner with me after many years. And he said they were planning a trip to Sonoma Valley as the autumn leaves were very beautiful. Then my company continued to do business with Mr. Chai's company as an exclusive business partner, and it became a $100 million deal. The connections between people are truly mysterious. And I swore to protect my new family and my wife's father's company firmly again.